Time for a little wheel bearing action, folks. 14 Nissan Murano. Customer complaint on this one was some unwanted ABS activation, or the traction control was kicking on, rather. I had it in at another shop recently, I guess, and they put speed sensors in it and then told them it was something major, like the main brain box. So I plugged the sensors back in, took it for a shakedown, and it just magnetic tone ring is missing off this wheel, or a part of it is. So yeah, pretty easy, pretty standard stuff. Brakes are shot all the way around, and they're installed incorrectly, so great. He just wants to do the old bearing swap, so we're going to do that. We're going to pull the caliper off as an assembly, stuff it right back on. They'll do the brakes at a later date, and we got to pull the speed sensor out. This is where people will goof up on these Nissans. There's a little cage on the back of the wheel bearing, and if you just go chop it off, the yellow bag special, you'll break your speed sensor off. So don't just go whaling these out of here, because the speed sensor actually goes down through one of these holes, either that hole or that hole. Not that hole, maybe that hole, but I doubt it. They're probably both, so you have a left and a right. Right? Makes sense, doesn't it? Just go with me on this one. And inside here, there's the magnetic tone ring. You probably can see it. But I'll rest assured, when we get this one off, we'll have a little gander in there, and I'm sure we'll see that the tone ring is missing a big old chunk. Big old chunk of tone ring. So let's get after it, boys. See if we can't get our caliper pushed back here a little bit. I'm sure everything's seized up on it. Yeah, it doesn't feel like she wants to move a whole lot. Okay, 22 mil. Zaboo! There's one. Zaboo! There's two. Let's see if we can't wedge her back just a little now. We might not have been getting a good bite on it. Just that way there it goes on a little bit easier. Like I said, I see the brakes on the other side are completely shot. All right, there we go. These are hanging. There's your two caliper bolts. They're blue. That's just spitting facts. That's a rotor. That's rusty. Not near as bad as the other side, but. Okay, hub nut. Let's get that little guy off there. Pull the superficial cotter pin out. I don't know, I suppose it's not superficial. I guess it could do something if the nut were to come super loose, but there's just no castle, Just doesn't feel right. I grabbed the socket. Oh, it's right size. Yes, sir. Whoa, jeez. I got carried away quick. Look at that, it's not even seized up. What kind of world am I living in? I brought us a 10 mil, but I didn't bring any turning apparatus with it. I guess we'll use the old cordless Uggy Duggy here. And that's the bolt for the speed sensor. And I'm assuming the speed sensor is going to come right out, considering they just put it in. And you'd be right, Eric. There it is. So that makes life a lot easier. Get this nut and these nuts. There it is. So when we start flinging, stick that there, that's it. We're almost done. What do we need back here? 15, maybe 16, 17, somewhere in that neighborhood. Can actually see half the magnet hanging out of the little tin cover there. 17 mil is what she ended up being. Whoa. Easy there, Tiger. There's two out of 4. Can we get the third one from over here? Oh, yes sir, we can. That leaves us with only one left. Come on, baby. There she is. So there's 4 total. Let her eat. I'm gonna need a magnet, I suppose. There it is, just like that. Okay, let's pop the hub off. We're out of here. Yes, sir. That one came off pretty easy. What do you know? What do you say? Look at this. There's your magnet, or what was left of it. And I don't know where the rest of it is. MIA. I don't know what the heck I was reading when I drove it. There was some reading, so there must be some part of the tone ring that's still stuck. There's one little tiny piece right there, about a 1/4 inch long. Another little chunk right there. Oh yeah, okay, so it does have about 1/3, well, actually about what's missing there, so a little more than 1/3. Give her the old scraperoo here. And there's the rest of the magnet. That was actually still attached, so that's what it was reading off from. So I don't know where they got the big idea of putting them, you know, sensors in it, but I don't know. All right, we got the big chunks off. We'll go get the cleany uppy tool, as we like to call it. There it is. Give her some of this. Wheel bearing grease. How ironic, huh? I usually use fluid film. My can just ran out. And I don't want to walk upstairs just yet. So we'll do this. Use a little never seeds, a little bit of grease. Anything that's going to keep it from getting all seized up. You're not even going to say hi to us? You're just going to walk by quietly? Huh?
I'll help you.
You're gonna help me?
Yeah.
Yeah, here, you want some of that? Got a new bearing. That's where the sensor's gonna go. Lines right up with that hole. Just like that. Slips in. We'll get one bolt started, then we'll put all the rest of them in. Torque them to factory specs, naturally. Then we'll go for a little rip, make sure it's all taken care of. I know I didn't take you guys on the first one, but you'll have to believe me that it was broken. We'll get a little excess grease here. Speed sensor grease, they call this stuff. A little bit around its neck, keep it from seizing up in there. Looks like they had to cut the old ones out. You see the old marks back here. Let's see, get this bolt here, put this in. We'll torque that one to factory specs as well, which is torque setting number 1 on the Uggy Duggy with just a real light brrrt. Right there. That's all you want. And then you walk away. I quit being lazy. Went and picked us up a can of the film because we need it. Put that on everything. As long as the inside of the hub face here is clean. Or the inside of the rotor anyways. Just like making pudding. I don't know if that's how they make pudding, but I envision that's what it's like. If that was all rust chunky, we would be doing something different. I see the backing plate was all scarred up where it's been rubbing on the rotor here, so we'll give that the classic tweak. I'll tweak it a little bit more here in a minute. We'll get the caliper put back on. We'll get a couple of these bolts. going to torque the caliper down here to factory specs and tweak that vacuum plate out of the way a little more. Caliper is torqued to factory specs. Now we're going to torque the axle nut to factory specs. Made a little face like that so you know when you're close. Son of a brand new can. Oh, look at that, landed right. This doesn't happen. You guys got to look and enjoy this with me for a moment because this never happens. Usually a brand new can falls right on the lid and breaks it. Just knocked it off the cart, landed like this. Wow. Today's my lucky day. Well, I cannot for the life of me find the old cotter key. I was gonna put it in to drive everybody nuts, but instead I went and got a brand new one. We'll give her the old spreader. I'll do it wrong. There we go, how's that? That'll get people upset. Whoa, wrong way. There it is. All right. Look at that for a while. Mrs. O tells me that's being spiteful. Probably. It's only Monday, Eric. You need to calm down. You're not going to make it to the end of the week. There we go. You know, some people ask us on our videos like, oh, you know, how come you didn't do, you know, the front brakes and rebuild the suspension and, you know, do everything we had to tore apart. First of all, it's not my car. I can only do what the customer requests, and this customer request was fix the ABS, the unwanted ABS activation, or the unwanted traction control, rather. So that's what I got hired to do. Do I tell them about the other stuff? Certainly, yeah. I'll be like, hey, you know, you need brakes and tires and a transmission and, you know, whatever the list may be, but I'm under no obligation to just replace it all. You know, you have to have authorization to do that. You know, if the customer wanted the brakes done at the same time or whatever, but like I say, in this case, just wanted the ABS fixed, so that's what we're fixing. Now, if it's my own vehicle, well, sure, then I can do, you know, do what I want. Obviously, I shouldn't even have to say that, but so keep that in mind, because we get that comment often enough, and I don't know, maybe I think people probably lose sight of that a little bit because they do their own work, they DIY it, but they would be awful upset if they took it to a shop to have, you know, the washer fluid filled up and showed up and had an $800 bill because, you know, they changed the washer pump motor while they were in there or something like that. I don't know. Bad example, but you get the gist. Whoa, torque setting number 1. All right, let's that one. Torque it to factory specs. So back in here, we'll clear the code out of it. Lights are on. Trouble codes, let you guys know what it was. Those are the 2 codes that were in it. Alright, in case you're wondering. Key on, engine off. Lights still on, lights are off. There's 160, 795 on there. Just needs an oil change. Alright, let's look at some live data. All signals. The rears were working fine, so we're just going to look at left front, right front. Show selected. Boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom. Okay. Anybody around? I think we're good. Anything in the camera? Nope. Looks good. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Working again, so that's great. Before, that thing was super jittery. That the bottom one there, the right front, was just taking up the whole screen. $67.95. Okay, there you go, folks. That's an easy win for us. Yeah, like I say, not sure why they went after the sensors. Maybe because the code had the word, sensor in it. That may be why. I don't know. Not sure. It's curious that they put a sensor on the left front as well. So maybe that side actually had a bad sensor, and then they thought the right side did too. I'm not real sure. But when you're out driving, if you're looking at these active wheel speed sensors, and they're the magnetic driven or magnetic pickup strip, I think that's what most of the active wheel speed sensors are, at least ones we run across. It is very, very, very common in the rust belt for those magnet strips to get rust behind them and pop off, or just a chunk of it will pop off. And I've seen it before too, and this has only bit me, well, 2 times it's bit me. One time it bit me, one time it bit another shop that I ended up fixing it for. But what we should have in our shop is a piece of magnetic viewing film. Now, it wouldn't work in this application because it had the cage on the back of the bearing, but I've done a bearing before. It was made by Hoog, if you catch my drift. And it had 2, I don't know how to say it properly, magnetic polarities that were similar. 2 norths. Instead of going north south north south north south, it went north north south north south north south, like that, and it screwed up the active wheel speed sensor. Kind of a similar symptom, but if you had a piece of magnetic viewing film, they're only a couple dollars. You can stick it on the back of the bearing, and then you can see the magnetic field of each segment of the magnet on there, because there's multiple little segments. And I always tell myself, like, oh yeah, you should get some of that. Check every bearing before you put it on. But here we are. Like I say, it happened to me one time, and I fixed one for a shop one time, and you could see it clear as day using a lab scope, which was how I diagnosed both of them, because in both cases, my case and the other case, they were brand new. And that's where people get sidetracked. But just remember, folks, just because it's new doesn't mean it works. New is just an acronym for never ever works. So that's it. Why don't you guys work your way into the comment section for me? While you're down there, look for us on the Insta, the Facebook. And just remember, viewers, if I can do it, you can do it. Thanks for watching.